Ex-Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio ay may malakas na panawagan para sa pagkilos laban sa korupsyon at kawalan ng malasakit ng mga namumuno sa ating bansa. Binatikos niya ang mga mambabatas dahil sa pagbabawas ng pondo para sa edukasyon at pangangalaga ng kalusugan. Ayon sa kanya, ito ay isang pagtataksil sa mga Pilipino at isang paglabag sa ating konstitusyon. Pinuna rin niya ang ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita Program AKAP na itinuturing niyang isang pandaraya at isang paraan para mapalawig ng mga korap na opisyal ang kanilang kapangyarihan. Nanwagan si Justice Carpio sa mga Pilipino na magising at lumaban sa korupsyon. Ayon sa kanya, ang ating katahimikan ay nagpapalakas sa mga korap na opisyal. Mensahe ni Justice Carpio dahil ito ay isang paalala sa ating lahat na kailangan nating magkaroon ng aktibong pakikilahok sa ating pamahalaan. Ang panawagan ay nagdulot ng iba't ibang reaksyon. May sumusuporta, ngunit may mga nagbabala laban sa destabilization. Ayon kay Carpio, mahalaga ang pagkakaisa ng mamamayan upang ipagtanggol ang kalayaan at demokrasya. Ito ay binigyang paliwanag ni The General Viewpoint.
Ngayon, ang article na sinulat ni ex-Supreme Court Justice Antonio Carpio, isinare ito ni Doc Loren Badoy at ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Sabi nga ni Senator Bato is a very powerful message itong sinulat ni Justice Carpio. Dito ako na-attract sa last sentence or paragraph na niya. Galit na eh. Sabi niya, let our anger be our fuel. Let our indignation spark a revolution of accountability. So, anong ibig niyo sabihin sa revolution of accountability? Kumilos na daw tayo. Sabi niya, the betrayal must end. This theft, yung pagnanakaw. This theft must end. The silence must end. Tayo, yung mga nananahimik. The silence must end. The time to act is now. Kumilos na daw tayo. Nananawagan na. Ano ito? Another people power? I don't know. With the former Chief Justice. Ang title sa kanyang article is The Blind Leading the Lost. A Nation Betrayed. Sino yung bulag na leading the lost? Tayo yung lost. Sino yung leader natin na bulag? So, meron siyang quote sa opening paragraph niya. Sabi niya, he who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it. Quotation ito ni Martin Luther King Jr. Yung Black Africa, yung black leader sa US protest movement ng mga Black Americans. So, isang bayani si Martin Luther King sa US. So, kung hindi ka daw magreklamo sa kasamaan, nananahimik ka lang, kasama ka na nila. You are cooperating sa gumagawa ng kasamaan. So, ang dinidiscuss niya dito, sabi niya, the halls of Congress and the Senate, niloloko nila ang taong bayan. He is referring to yung 2025 national budget. Okay? Sabi niya, there, yung lawmakers, their spectacle of greed and indifference has condemned 900 million Filipinos to despair. They are no leaders. They are traitors. Wow. Blind to the needs of the nation, leading us to a chasm of hopelessness. So, parehas ito sa sinasabi o sinulat ni Father Jerry Orbos na ang mga leaders natin ngayon, according to Father Jerry Orbos, are the modern day Herods. Herod, yung hari sa panahon ni pagkapanganak ng Panginoong Hesus. Instead of being the Messiah, na mag-aahon sa atin sa kahirapan, itong leaders natin, sabi ni Father Orbos, pinapahirapan. Sila lang ang yumayaman, samantalang ang Pilipino getting poorer and poorer. So, to me, ito rin yung pinaka-mabigat na article na nabasa ko so far tungkol sa pangyayari sa politika. Grabe. Sabi ni Justice Carpio, let us not mince words. This is treason. When Congress butchered billions from education, they didn't just adjust a spreadsheet. They tore yung pinunit, they tore futures from the hands of Filipino children. They shattered the dreams of students who saw education as their only escape from the clutches of poverty. They sabotaged a nation's chance to rise, condemning generations to mediocrity and despair. Yan yung mainit na issue ngayon, yung nakalagay sa konstitusyon na ang education sector dapat ang may pinakamalaking budget. Kaya lang lumalabas ngayon ang pinakamalaking budget yung DPWH, doon nila pinansak ang mga pork barrel ng mga mambabatas. So dyan ngayon nagagalit hindi lang si Justice Antonio Carpio, pati na rin si ex-senator Drilon, mga kaparian, kaobispuhan, nagrally na sila noong December 23, tinawag ng Clergy for Good Governance, consisting of 13 bishops and 209 priests, both Roman Catholics, Iglesia Independente or Aglipayan, and evangelical leaders. Tinawag nila yung 2025 budget as self-serving. So ito rin yung sinasabi ni Justice Carpio. Okay, so binanggit din yan dito yung zero funding for PhilHealth in 2025 is not just negligence, it's malice. It's as if Congress has declared war on the poor. How many parents will have to bury their children because they can't afford a doctor? How many breadwinners will be crippled by illness, left to rot because our healthcare system has been gutted? Grabe. Noon nga, mga nakarang taon, may subsidy ang PhilHealth. Napakaliit ang tulong na natatanggap ng mga pasyenteng hospital. How much more ngayon na zero subsidy? Despite the assurances ng presidente, sabi niya, simple lang yan, I can assure you. Walang mababago sa serbisyo ng PhilHealth, madadagdagan pa. Ang galing, ang sarap pakinggan yung assurance ng Pangulo. Ang tanong, naniniwala pa ba ang taong bayan sa assurance ng Pangulo tungkol sa PhilHealth? Okay? So, binanggit din ni Justice Carpio ang ayuda. And now, sabi niya, the ayuda sa Kapus ang Kita program, AKAP, comes along as shameless election bribe dressed as charity. 26 billion is stolen from education and healthcare, disguised as aid, but in reality, it's ammunition for the corrupt to cement their power. Wow, talagang matindi. They will toss these scraps to the people during election season while millions of Filipinos starve, bleed, and suffer. Speaking of suffer, yung 4 piece, yung tinanggalan nila ng 50 billion pesos ang 4 piece, sila yung totoong nangangailangan ng ayuda. Bakit tinanggalan ng 50 billion? Ang bibigyan mo yung mga AKAP beneficiaries na near poor, wala yung klarong beneficiaries. Nagre-reklamo na si Mayor Benji Magalong na hindi daw ibulgar o hindi i-share ng mga congressmen ang beneficiaries ng AKAP. Mga supporters lang daw nila. So, questionably talaga. Okay, so ito na yung panawagan niya. This is no longer politics. It's about survival. They are dismantling our nation brick by brick, peso by stolen peso. And unless we fight back, they will leave nothing behind but ashes and despair. So, nananawagan na kumilos na ang taong bayan. But there is hope. Sabi niya, we, the people, are the true power of this nation. I agree. Democracy. Power resides on the people. We can end this betrayal. We can demand accountability. We can take back what is rightfully ours. A government that serves, not plunders. But, sabi niya, if we remain silent, we deserve the ruin that follows. But if we rise, tindig, tumayo, lumaban. If we unite and act, we can reclaim this nation from the thieves and traitors who have hijacked it. Let our anger, sabi niya, be our fuel. Let our indignation spark a revolution. Ito na yung people power. Revolution of accountability. The question is not if we can fight back. The question is, will we fight back before it's too late? Baka maubos na ang pera ng bayan. For every stolen peso, for every dream crushed, for every life lost, we must demand justice. This betrayal must end. This theft must end. The silence must end.